has been hit, and we should be good. Go! We back!
Oh my god!
Anyway, roll for initiative.
I mean...
We back and everyone's dead. Oh my god.
Oh my god. And everyone dies, and it's very sad.
Look, it was bound to happen with us sooner or later.
What the fuck?
Did you not know she could make that sound?
No!
No, that was new.
I did.
That...
Oh, my favorite part is that I can do it without opening my mouth.
What the fuck?
That was deeply concerning.
That's terrifying.
Stop everything!
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
Alright, on a related note, I need to go exercise my fucking computer.
You could weaponize that.
Oh, god.
Was that on stream?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh,
Immortalized on the internet now, alright.
god. No, thank you.
Man, if you're gonna get immortalized on the internet, that's probably one of the better things to be immortalized for.
Yeah.
Like, no one had their dongs out. Like,
Moot.
it's a pretty good thing to be immortalized for.
To be fair, you can't actually see anything below any of our torsos, so
Yeah,
you never know.
You don't know if I'm wearing pants or not.
She did turn her camera off so she could leave the room.
Okay.
That's because the shorts I'm wearing are super short.
I mean, you know, dong out, same thing.
Oh.
You know, boss out, dogs out.
I'm good.
Oh god. God damn it.
Dice out, dogs out. Dice out, dicks out. There we go.
Okay.
Sure.
All of you guys are really. Let's all
The
go
new
to the.
D&D dice.
Let's all go to the lobby, you jackasses.
Hey, to be fair, it came with a full song. You just
Oh my
missed
god.
You did,
Yeah.
You did miss it.
Because I was busy screaming and hitting things and breaking shut.
Yeah.
scaring your girlfriend.
Scaring my girlfriend by yelling loudly. Yeah.
What's
I-
wrong?
I
My
also-
character died!
I also may have downloaded the ABC after these messages because I was gonna do one for Snicket. And I'm like, I was gonna play it for you guys, and then you started to stream again. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. If it. Oh my god.
Okay.
Fitting.
so-
This is the cup I'm drinking out of. How fitting. How.
Is it
I
a
didn't see
tiefling?
what it was.
Crush?
Oh, it's Hulk.
Oh, it's Hulk.
It's the,
Okay.
it's the Hulk.
I thought his arms were horns.
Always,
I did
I
too.
thought they were wings.
always the Hulk.
The whole. Okay, so anywho, we're in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah,
conversation's
fucking computer.
happening. I'm trying to remember.
I completely forgot what we were doing.
Well, I mean, Bree just walked
Okay.
over to try and kick
Right.
Clark.
The
There
day was
attempting to
saved.
kick Clark.
And I did such a
She-
good job,
she
I
failed.
knocked the whole stream down.
Yeah.
She kicked so
the
hard.
fourth wall over.
Yep.
That's exactly what
That's
happened.
that's beyond
fuck?
breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. She just broke the whole camera.
It's a gift.
All right, it's a gift. So, anywho,
We were in the middle of saying that we were all apparently gonna make nice for some reason because that's worked so well in the past.
Yes, it has.
Well, it's getting Ashek's an equal say with the other world leaders.
Yeah, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I know previous track record. Like, this is better, and it's got a much better chance of being better because we're involved and also, you know, competent.
Who's confident?
I thought I heard a
The most
cat.
vocal cat.
Yes, Phoenix?
goodness.
Can I help you? We'll get up here.
Anyway,
Sorry.
it's fine.
No, I'm invested in this now. I want to see what happens with this cat. Fuck the D&D game.
Get up here.
I'm pretty sure it's talking about the Tiefling Rebellion.
Yeah, get up here. Oh, what's wrong, tieflings?
something, M's theory about tieflings actually being cats, something.
I mean, it's not the
God.
dumbest D&D theory I've ever heard.
That's true.
Damn, that's a big cat.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a
Holy
big
shit. Oh, you can't eat. Anyway,
The giant fucker.
Yes. So
Sorry.
anyway, no, it's all good.
I get distracted very easily by cats, both in real and tiny 2-inch squares.
It's
I'm gonna mute myself while I fawn over this cat.
So, motherfucker.
Hey, got it.
Yeah. So, Artex, sort of stands thoughtfully and, sort of, strokes the back of the dog's head, the dog standing next to her. No, it's like okay, so the dog standing next to her is large and black, and like she doesn't have to bend over or anything or like kneel to pet it. She can just like pet it without. It's huge. Just as a note.
Wait, there's been a dog in here the whole time?
Yeah, there's been a dog here the whole time. She said that. I told you. I mean, maybe I didn't make it clear at the beginning of this session. To be fair, I did tell you last session, but it's been a while.
Okay.
Do I recognize what kind of dog this is?
Do I recognize what kind of dog this is?
You can both roll nature checks.
a labradoodle.
I don't know why I would. Actually, if it was a hunting dog, Nord might actually know this.
Let's see, nature. Oh, let's see. Actually, that's an 18.
Hey!
A 19?
18.
18.
Oh, sorry, you get nothing on an 18. It was a 19 DC.
You needed a 19. You're pretty sure that's a no,
some kind of Cerberus?
I mean, it's you're not sure what breed specifically. You don't know if it's like well bred or not, or not. It's large. It looks well trained.
Like...
That's certainly the case.
Of course.
You do get an interesting sort of sense off of it.
Oh, is this like a weird tiefling familiar thing? Or sorry, a warlock familiar thing?
It doesn't seem like a familiar, Nix, and I mean you know a fair bit about familiars. But there is a connection between the dog and Nix more than. And
What? You went robo.
Sorry, there's a connection between Oshex and the dog more than just beast and master.
Right.
There's something more there in terms of their relationship, and then to boot, there is something a little bit off about the dog. It still mostly seems like just a normal dog, and you're not sure what to make of it. Like it's definitely like an animal, but it's just there's something just slightly just throws you off a little bit about it.
It's a druid.
I was gonna say, if I look at its eyes, weirdly human. Is it like one of those dogs where you can see the whites of their eyes? It just look like regular people. That
Roll an investigation check for me, Norin.
Who's a good little druid?
Fuck
I was
no.
gonna say, I would actually like, because it's
They
throwing
look
me
like
off,
normal dog eyes to you.
because it's throwing me off, I am gonna be focusing on that dog a little more.
Yeah, Shex.
The dog has been. It's been sitting like, and occasionally like its tail will wag or its ears will perk up and it will look around and stuff. It's acting like a normal but well trained dog.
If it yawns in the middle of my talk, I go, "Oh my god!" It's a big yawn. Sorry,
Big yawn for a big puppy.
I'm done now.
So, like to point out, we do have dried meat in the bag of holding if you really want to try and make friends with this dog.
Nah, not yet. But soon.
We don't need a Fluffernutter Mark II.
Yes, we
I
do.
mean, dog is clearly owned by Oshex as a.
That could be a temporary problem.
That can be a
Yeah, if
real.
Oshex died, the poor dog would be
Yeah.
ownerless.
Anyway, so Oshex sort of thinks for a moment. I'm interested in this idea of you all acting as
Emissaries?
a neutral third party, emissaries perhaps. Yes, though I don't know if you would
party.
Yeah, I don't know if you all would be well received necessarily as ambassadors from me. as it were. Nor do I necessarily think you'd want to advertise yourselves as such.
When she says that, hello, roommate. Nyx is going to use the disguise self spell and turn herself into like a high elf. I could be an emissary, but it would require more deception.
I mean, I don't think it's so much because you're a tiefling, though I suspect if a tiefling walks in as an emissary, that wouldn't help. That's fair, but
I'm a very good liar. Ooh, I guess I am.
I'm very good at lying when I'm telling you I'm good at lying.
Yeah.
Say, you and me both, honey.
Shit right there.
Never mind. I rolled a 19 and I have a plus 12. I'm a good liar.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You're like me with stealth.
I do okay. I'm better at performing.
So,
Hey, Ashex, before we go, this dog is freaking me out. What is up with this dog?
Oh my god, Norn, you can't just ask about people's dogs.
Why not?
I can too. I was very polite in not asking about your weird tiny friend.
Ashek sort of lifts an eyebrow in response to Norn's question. This is Justice. He's been with me for a long time.
God damn it.
Does he
Clans.
shake a paw?
He could, but now doesn't really seem the time.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll put that on the list.
Fair
I
enough.
pull the list out of the bag of holding it. So why did Carter just react with like, God damn it?
That was me. That wasn't.
Oh, okay.
That was John, not Carter, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I named the dog Justice, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I
Me and
had the
Angie.
same reaction.
Yeah, me and Angie had the same reaction.
I don't see anything wrong with shaking hands with Justice.
That's literally, if you check the bag of holding, it's on the list. I haven't updated this list in a long time. We should actually deal with that at some point.
I've been trying to.
Anyway. So Ashex.
That to shake paws.
So, if you all are interested in this, I certainly am as well. And I suppose worst case scenario, I'm no worse off. Well, that's not strictly true. You know where I am now. You know how to get to me.
I've known where you've been the whole time, to be fair.
Yes, but I didn't know that until now, and now I do.
You would assume that the people working underneath you would know where you're stationed.
Yes, but I had assumed that our magics were were more foolproof than they apparently are. You were able to reveal information that you should not have been. It's a concern, but one that I suspect is not widespread.
I think I'm a very
Otherwise, we would have
special
had
exception.
individuals at this point. Yes, so it would seem. Or so I assume, anyway. If you weren't, we would have had an offensive here sooner. And also more than 5 people coming through the tunnels.
This is kind of why I just wanted a little bit of help and maybe... and maybe swaying your mind away from violence, because bringing an entire armada, if you will, probably not the best idea.
No, not a good... Yes, that wouldn't have helped. Besides...
Especially if I'm trying to avoid more bloodshed.
Yes. Seems to defeat your intent, at least.
Indeed.
Hmm.
God, Phoenix.
If you all can set up something with the leaders of each city, and I mean the proper leaders, the political leaders, whoever's in charge of the city properly. And I will say specifically, we have the kings of Moriand and the high officer of One Laredal in hand at this point. So
Can we meet with them at some point?
they're in their respective cities. They're not here. You
Ooh.
conceivably could if you wanted to, I suppose. I'd have to make that figure
No,
out, but
so
I
you
don't
just,
see what purpose it would serve.
I just assuaging some of my own personal concerns.
Fair. But yes, the kings of Morient are captive in their own castle, as the high officer is in his own apartment. Just under house arrest is probably the simplest way to put it.
That sounds
And
fair.
effectively stripped of their power, for the moment, at least.
Yeah.
And in the case of the kings of Morient, they will not hold the same type of power in the future should negotiations go well.
What
No,
title would you give
I'm-
them?
Hopefully nothing.
Nothing hereditary.
Yeah, they've been dicks in the past.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I
the
know
worst.
nothing about these people, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the
Oh,
they're the
Mario,
worst
they're
of
not-
all. They're the absolute worst.
Yeah. Like they're the
Racist
ones. If you had
against
just been
everybody?
like, just especially shitty towards poor people and tiefling. Like if you had said, "Oh yeah, we're," I wouldn't
So
have given two shits.
you intend to
People drown
overthrow
there.
Moriand entirely then?
I intend to replace the political.
Is Q cutting out for anybody else?
Yep.
Little bit, yeah.
I intend to replace the political structure of all of these cities, yes. Morient happens to be the worst offender, as the only one with a hereditary inheritance, and besides that being extremely a particularly egregious example of racism and bigotry towards tieflings and the poor.
So who would you
Yeah.
put in leadership?
Well, I wouldn't put anyone anywhere.
Who would you prefer, rather?
I would prefer.
Well, if I may put an idea forth,
Yes.
I think all of us agree Moriand is absolute shit. Why not?
Except for Anto. We like Anto.
Yeah, there's a couple people, but I mean the leadership. Why not make
And your
Moriand
other
kind of like?
girlfriend.
Oh,
The
we
new
don't.
tiefling city?
We don't speak about that. Yeah. Why don't we make Moriand like your test run? Put full tieflings in charge. Hand over control of Moriand to tieflings. Get them involved in other cities too. But I'm just saying, give that city as a way for them to prove that you guys can govern yourselves. You guys can lead a functioning city.
Well, I don't think they should have
I think
fire
those
control.
sort of specifics are better left for.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it.
What was that, Bree?
It's something worth considering, but I don't think that would be a wise decision.
Okay. I'm just
But I don't think that they should put tieflings entirely in control. I think it should be
Some kind of fair
Mix.
middle ground would probably be
I'm
a
just
little
Especially
more
in this
palatable
day.
to the people.
I don't think it would be wise or beneficial in the short to medium term to put the most underprivileged class immediately in a long-term position of power, in Moriand in particular.
fair enough.
What
I'm
about
just-
putting leadership to a vote in Moriand?
That is the plan everywhere eventually. As I said, a representative system of some variety that includes voices of all races and economic classes.
A council then for Moriand?
Conceivably, yes.
what about
Doesn't-
like what Dragonix has?
Yeah, Dragonics already has like a whole
Dragonic
council
has
system.
something similar, yes, though their process of choosing their representative is dubious at best.
Somewhere Garrick is thinking.
Yeah, some of
about-
them are real assholes.
Yeah,
that's true.
somewhere Garrick's like, remember that Dragonborn bit?
Oh yeah, Garrick was so salty in Dragonix.
Oh,
She wasn't
everybody
even
was.
like, by comparison to the rest of us, she wasn't even that bad. Like,
Well, I'm glad that you were open to reason, Ashex.
yeah, I appreciate that. This is not how I expected my day to go when I woke up this morning.
I think I can say the same. And I will, in return, once this meeting occurs, assuming things go well, do my best to get you all access to whatever it is that you need in the museum.
Oh, don't worry about that. We got a plan for that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Do we?
Do we?
We don't.
That's in character, by the way.
That was in character for Nord as well. Very quietly to everybody else. We do, right?
No, and I like you. I know you like being confident. We don't have a plan at all.
Why would you? God, ruining. But
We have a plan.
There's no mystique here. We don't
need
have a
to
plan.
talk-
We have a
We need
plan.
to find
We
out what you
gave
told
the plan.
Carter.
And Nix is just in the back, like,
It's hardly 3% of a plan.
It's like 11% of a plan. Okay.
it's a non-zero percentage of a plan.
I
I
suspect
had a
it's
bunch of plans.
however much percent of a plan it is. I suspect that it's less of one than I will try to give you the thing as part of the negotiations.
Have I mentioned just offhand how much I appreciate that you talk exactly like us? God damn this cat.
That was your plan anyway, Norin.
Phoenix is very needy
Do
today.
you want me to start at step one of the plan? Because I had a
The
whole
plan
plan.
for it, though, was simply to ask for it. So that kind of was your plan.
No, that was plan A. Plan B. Okay, so plan B. We were all gonna get costumes.
Hey,
You and I were
Nor-
gonna dress up as
Nor-
nobles.
Nor-
And we were gonna
Oh
go
my
to
God!
the
Does anyone know silence?
Oh no, hold on.
you know?
I do.
Exactly what costumes
Silent.
they're wearing.
Did you seriously just shout silence on him?
I drop a silence on Norton.
I was gonna say, if you were gonna do it, I was gonna do it.
The next several minutes is
But I
Wait,
missed what
last start-
costumes we were wearing.
Have we taken a
Nobles.
rest at any point, short or long?
No.
Enthrall.
Damn it, I can't do it. then.
Christ.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading the spell. Give me a second.
That's not very helpful for
That
what
does
you're
not help you at
trying
all.
to do.
No, it was just, I was just saying if maybe,
I just
I was gonna say 'cause
Silence
if you-
Norin is pulling like props out of his bag, and he's got like flow charts built
Okay, well,
of
who didn't
exactly
want to
how
hear
the
it?
steps were gonna go. It was like I had a full Ocean's 11 plan ready to go.
Who didn't want to hear it? Because I could cast deafness on you.
I thought I had.
You notice we use a lot of spells on each other instead of anything.
Mike, is that
Hey, I
lady
don't.
behind you?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, there is movement back there. What is going on? 3 Spoopy 5 me.
Just hang on.
Okay.
God damn it.
do not take the plunge.
What? Nothing. I love you. I love you.
I love how his first words were, "What? I love you." Oh, now she's leaving. Look what you've done.
I assume she just doesn't trust us, which
Who, Katie or Oshex?
both
Both
are
is
they
good.
different?
Yes?
So,
The
the
fuck?
plan right now is to basically visit the leaders of this world and see what we can do about garnering a discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And
Certainly.
I'm gonna throw it out there. If we need to like go do favors for them,
You're
I'd be
silenced.
happy to do that. Oh. So everything I just said,
Okay,
but in
hold on.
perfect silence.
Stop. Did anyone actually cast a silence spell on Norin?
Oh,
Oh,
I
I-
Carter said he couldn't.
Oh,
I can't.
then no.
Oh.
Okay.
One moment.
Then you're not silenced. Continue to talk.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
oh,
will be.
oh,
There you
okay,
go.
Now
okay.
there's a silence spell on Norin.
Okay.
Cool. Neat.
You have no idea how long I've wanted to do that.
Not gonna lie, same.
Yeah, but there was costumes.
Scroll to God, fucking. Oh, here he goes.
That's alright, we can't hear the scratching, it's fine.
Yeah, they're just ignoring the hell out of you. And you can't hear anything they're saying as a note.
Oh, God damn it.
So,
He's actually typing. He's really typing.
with this. God damn it. Jesus Christ. So. Yes, I'll need you all to make contact with the leaders in Juan Laredo and in Dragonix.
Well,
at
from
least.
from what we left, don't your forces already have a meeting with Juan Laredo's leadership?
What do you mean?
When we left, we were in Juan Laredo. When we left the city, the leaders of the city wanted to meet with your forces to negotiate.
Sorry, I meant Corellendale.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, sorry. Gotcha.
Corellendale. My apologies.
Okay. We can definitely meet with Corellendale. We're kind of like pretty important there. Dragonic.
The meeting in Juan Laredo was an attempt at a peace discussion from the military leaders there, those who are functionally in charge of the city at the moment. It's happened. That meeting has already.
Thanks, Yoda.
The terms were... They didn't have anything to offer us at the time.
Okay. All right. Well, at least for Corellendale, we can probably grant you an audience there. Dragonics, I'm not really sure. It's a lot of bureaucratic bullshit, honestly. And last time we were there, shit doesn't really get done at a very speedy pace.
And they take off whole days with nobody doing any work, and shit happens, like the dead rise and everybody just parties.
I did find a bunny there.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that actually is a game changer.
Right. So like I was saying, Juan Laredo and Dragonics, at least, from you all. If there's anyone else that you think might... And I wouldn't be opposed.
What's your policy on places like Ildar and across the sea?
I'll be honest. I considered the other continents to be too much of a reach.
Well, we can't go back to Ildar anyway, so...
Maybe we can. We're not... I gotta say this. I turn away. Are we wanted? Like, what's the deal with Ildar?
We killed the mayor.
Dude,
Yeah.
God. Okay, I guess we're just talking about it. Okay, yep. Killed the mayor.
I mean, he was the leader of an evil cult.
Oh my God! Shut up.
The leader jerks. They have an unnatural hatred to fireballs there.
God, just tell her everything. Secrets, people. Secrets.
Aren't
But
they
you
fun?
asked.
Ah.
He didn't
should
want to
know by
know.
now,
You shouldn't have asked the
I'm not-
question.
You know by now, Zarn, I can't keep secrets.
Oh, this is very true.
Yep, just like your
Reason
just
no
like
one
your
tells
buddy.
you. What?
Yep, just like your buddy Garrick. Wasn't good with secrets either.
Or crying.
Oh yeah. I turned back to Ashex. Man, if Garrick was here, all you'd have to do is cry and he'd do whatever you wanted.
It's true.
Oh man, I miss that guy.
Speaking of, we should probably inform him about all of this.
Why?
Well, I mean, nothing happened in Ravenhold.
He's kind of the leader of Ravenhold.
Yeah, tiny little town. Middle of nowhere.
But we've told him about the rebellion?
Oh, that's
Telling
new.
him it might not be a rebellion anymore afterwards might be a good thing to do.
Yeah, isn't
How
he
about
kind
we
of
tell
like?
him?
Kind of.
If
The
you
whole
have a
thing kind of-
relationship in Ravenhold, I think that might be beneficial to bring to the table. If you can
Just
get the
saying.
leaders there.
Might be a little hard, considering the whole thing with him and like the blood on the walls and
I'm sure he's gotten over that by now.
Blood on the walls?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
buddy,
I've
your
lost
buddy the
my
Golden,
list too.
yeah, your buddy the Golden
Yeah,
Lord really
so-
fucked his
Golden
place
Lord
up.
Betty.
so here's what happened, and then essentially to not take the time, essentially Carter explains everything that happened and then finishes with then Alana brought us back. It wasn't Alana, it was Golden Lord, we killed him again.
Yeah, so
Essentially.
good pal you got there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where you're getting all your money from.
That's where we got some of our money from, yes.
Are you going to cut off that connection, by the way?
That connection's cut.
Good.
Yes.
I imagine it was
connection
probably
was cut
cut
as soon as
he
he-
kicked his ass.
The first time.
Oh. Good to know.
He was no longer of use. Anything that he did after that was of his own volition.
But just so you know, he'll probably come back at some point.
If
We don't know when.
he's-
We don't know where.
He was a fiend lord. If he's been defeated by you twice, I suspect he no longer holds his same position or power.
If he was a fiend lord, that makes him a devil, not a demon.
Q rules.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm not from around here.
Yeah. My
Mic drop.
inner shit is weird. My demons and devil stuff doesn't strictly follow the book. It's also not like super well laid out yet, so just roll with it.
Got it.
He threw it on the ground.
I'm just gonna say immigrants.
Yeah, fair.
Foreigners.
We get the jobs done.
Job done.
Anyway,
Job's done.
so
Jesus Christ.
do we have a deal then?
Yeah, we got
You
a deal.
help me make peace and move forward in progress.
I mean,
I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Where and when do you want to settle this?
I
Is-
would not suggest Juan Laredo.
I would not suggest anywhere that's not neutral ground.
Yeah, say, is there a place that's like I don't know how to explain it, like that rules the whole land? I guess, if that makes sense. Ah, the map.
There is no central government for the continent, no, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Here's my plan.
There's no president.
We have them meet on our boat, and if we don't like what they say, we throw them over.
Ah! You need to,
Honest-
send them away on their own vessel, yeah?
Love the boat idea. Keep
No,
that.
I
Keep the
was
second
thinking
part
more
for
like-
Plan B.
Keel hauling.
Okay.
Honestly,
Not! Because, the whole thing of me trying to avoid bloodshed, that doesn't do it.
Let's keep.
okay. Barring the throwing people off, having it on a boat in the middle of the ocean is not that bad of an idea.
Yeah, and if anybody
You
backs,
have-
if backs up,
If we
tidal
if
wave.
we have it on our ship,
What I said.
you have one representative from each come on their own ship. We have it on ours, and then everybody leaves on their respective ships. There's no, nooks and crannies people can hide from and come out with assassins or bullshit.
I have no opposite. I'm not opposed to the idea of the ship thing. I'm opposed to the keel hauling thing, because that's not
yeah.
gonna help
Let's
peace
just
talks.
make that Plan B.
Bree's always on board with keel hauling. We have to kind of bring her down from it.
I've noticed
I
that
hate
the
you
little ones are
so
always the
much,
most-
Norin, that I did not think of that first.
Yeah. I didn't say
But-
just go ahead and kill all of them, but if they're gonna be assholes,
I have noticed the small ones are always the most bloodthirsty.
Well, I'm kind of with Bree on this one. It's just kind of the way things get done. All right, if you're on someone else's ship and you're a jackass and you're not respecting them, like,
Well, yeah, toss them overboard, but maybe don't kill them.
well, I mean, what's the fun in
sometimes
that?
they get stuck under there.
Yeah, come on. Little kill hog never hurt anybody.
Nick speaks
It
to
does.
Ashex, and she's just like, I'm not on board with this.
Ah, because it's a boat. Ha
I'll admit being a little bit concerned about the concept of keel hauling.
What's like a
as-
last resort?
Honestly, though, having it on the ship in the middle of the water is not that bad of an idea.
So I think this is possibly a good idea. The one issue with that is all the other leaders, well, the leaders of Corellendale and Dragonix will have their own ships, their own ports. I have no navy, I have no ports.
Why don't you come on our ship?
How do I get to your ship?
Well, we gotta wait for it.
No, no. Actually, it's on this plane, right?
At this
No.
point in time, you presume yes. It's been in
Oh.
long enough.
We've
that
got
it
a
isn't-
rock.
You could message Gil.
Actually, I believe you messaged or looked in on someone, or did you just ask me where they would be now by time?
I think we just asked.
I think we just asked.
Based on timing, by now they should be in the Argok Isles. They should have landed by now,
Cool.
like you told them to be.
I forgot why they went there.
Because you told them to.
Yes, but I forget why.
Oh, shit. Here you go.
You
Hi.
told them to go ask for Thunderfist.
That's right. Okay.
Norin.
Get throw it out there, guys. I can describe.
Well, I mean, we
I
have
figured-
something now that we can take you to our ship literally right now. It's far away. Well, hold on. Let me just double check something. And I'm going to do
This feels like
sending.
something we
One
shouldn't
thing
just
to note
jump
specifically,
in
you
on.
did specifically give. You told
Gel, right?
Gel specifically to hold on to the stone.
Hmm.
Like, do not let this out of your possession.
Just
So
gonna
he's
appear in
probably
his
done it
pocket.
on purpose as an oath.
So is that bad?
That's not necessarily bad, but if you use the stone right now, you're gonna pop out wherever he is.
Yeah.
So if he's on the
Gotcha.
ship, that's fine. If he's not on the ship, maybe that's gonna be weird.
Our
Okay.
ship could have been taken over and he could have been
Spend the
thrown
next
overboard.
minute.
Okay, well then, speaking of which, I'm going to tell Ashok, give me 1 second, and I'm going to cast sending to Gel.
I was
And-
gonna offer to. I was just gonna kneel down and scry on them.
Oh, okay. Well, you can do that instead if you want to.
Yeah, you guys are You guys are in the middle of the thing. I assume I couldn't actually hear anything. I legit did actually have my headphones off that entire time. So somebody's gonna have to fill me in on what I missed.
I was trying.
You're
You're gonna have to watch the video now.
Oh
No,
no! Don't
Would
make
you-
me watch the VODs.
Which you can find on my YouTube channel. Be sure to smash that like button. I hate myself.
Like and subscribe.
I hate myself.
I hate myself.
But yeah, Nyx would have informed Norin when she dropped silence. So this is what's being discussed. What we're thinking is are you listening?
I am.
Okay. What we're thinking.
We're going on a
is we'll
boat.
have all of these.
Norin, you gotta let people finish when they start talking.
That wasn't Norin.
Zarn.
That was Zarn.
Oh.
You have been spending too much time with this fucker.
Yeah, Norin.
So-
God. Deception.
Does he actually say that?
Fuck. Fuck.
Norin actually says that?
Yes.
Yeah, but then did you see what he rolled?
Rude zone.
We're not the same person.
Oh,
What is even happening right now?
I don't understand, but Nyx is just gonna move past that and be like, so we're thinking we're gonna gather everybody to meet on your ship that you have.
It's true.
And that way it's neutral water. And if people are causing issues, we send them off on their own back onto their ships.
or the water.
I mean,
Last resort.
negotiations.
Oh, so we're
may
gonna keel
not
haul them.
go well.
What is it with you people and keel hauling?
Hey, I was against the keel hauling.
Can we move away from the keel hauling conversation?
Please.
For the love of everything holy.
We'll table it. Put a pin in it.
We'll make that number 7 on the list.
Good lord.
Norin, put it on the list.
Putting it on the list.
I hate us.
I feel like we've reached that part of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie where you're Guardians of the Galaxy, everybody.
Pretty much. I have one of those moments literally every session.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, indeed.
Now number 7 on the list in the bag of holding.
Should we have some sort of way to entice them onto the ship though, some kind of thing to make it worth their time aside from world peace and that kind of thing? Maybe we should offer them a bag of Electrum or something.
Ooh,
That would be
that's
really
good.
cool. I've read
Electrum
about.
is not a
I've
thing.
read about this in my research. Funny you mentioned that. And Zarn pulls out a book. Years ago, there was actually a coin that was lost to history, but recently was found by a excursion from the Temple of Pamplos. They called it Electrum. It's around here somewhere. We'll find it later. We'll talk about this another time.
Love you, Q.
And then Zarn looks up at the sky and goes, "Hey."
We earn every bad thing that happens to us.
Anyway. No comment.
It's so
I
cute.
understand, bro. But no, seriously. seriously, in all actual seriousness, besides world peace, there might be some sort of thing that we will need to get them interested.
Yes,
Well,
I
didn't Lauren
suspect
say earlier he was going to offer favors?
Juan Laredo
Excuse
and
me?
Morian shouldn't be too difficult. Dragonix we might be able to do because that city's still under siege. Corellendil problem, I suspect, because they've already beaten us. They have no incentive. Other than the goodness of their hearts, which I wouldn't specifically count on.
Well, given that we were, I would say the majority of the reason that they succeeded, I feel like if we say like, hey, we figured out how to stop the bloodshed in other cities, all it takes is us having a reasonable conversation like adults.
Yes.
And then we make sure that they can't actually see our faces when we say that, so they know we're not just bullshitting that we're adults.
Well, the thing is,
How well do you know the leaders in Corellendil?
pretty
at this
well
point.
actually, yeah.
Like, better than you
that
would
would
think.
work?
Yeah,
We
I mean,
could actually
maybe.
discuss it
Okay.
with that council.
they definitely
Lauren, I
owe
want
us.
you to roll a persuasion check.
They kind of
What?
owe us at this point.
What?
We've saved the city.
Lauren needs to roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. Can he have advantage because Zorn is helping?
He doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Ashex considers for a moment. All right, if you know them as well as you say, and you've approached me with good intentions, very well. If you think that's enough, then enough it will be.
Don't you guys have like medals or something from Corellendil?
You've had this conversation so many times.
Yeah,
So
this has
many
come up multiple
times.
I do
That
not.
was more. That was Carter to the rest of them.
I know.
I do not.
I gave mine to my dad.
I gave
I
mine.
legit don't know what happened to mine.
I gave mine to Merrick here.
Eric still has his. I think he framed it.
Nerd.
Legitimately, I am tempted to go back through the fucking archives of this game and figure out what the fuck I did with it.
It's probably one of the lost episodes.
Yeah,
Wait, what
probably.
item are you asking about?
They long time ago they got medals for doing a thing in Corellendil.
Ah,
We saved the city.
Like within the first like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice. They gave you
Yes.
a plus 10 temp HP when you activated.
Yeah. So I'll tell Ashex. Listen, we're not bragging, like, but we're kind of heroes of that city. So if anyone needs to get you to meet, shut up, Norin. If anyone needs to get you to meet with them, we can probably be the people to do it.
All right.
All of us, not just me. Although I am the best. People know he's a Maelstrom. Spread it around. Tell people.
No, it's true. Maelstrom.
They use the maelstrom in
Any
exactly
other-
one fucking place, and we're not welcome.
Any other leaders you might have connections with on this continent? Ravenhold, in particular, as you've mentioned a connection there.
Does Zarn, does Sonnet have any connections?
Yeah. I mean, she's a member of the City Watch. She's pretty high ranking, I believe. So she would probably have also pretty good connections as well. She's also.
But it's in Corellendil specifically.
Yeah, only in Corellendil.
Yeah.
Guys, remind me, how
honestly,
much did Dragonix
you
hate
guys-
us when we left?
Not very.
Dragonix?
They didn't?
I
No,
think
not
one of them
her.
really didn't like.
I mean,
Oh,
everyone.
besides
Right, because
the-
you were a
We were
dick
assholes
to
to
her.
exactly one
Yeah.
Besides the Dragonborn
Yeah.
League?
We were
Yeah.
huge assholes to
started
one
it.
person. There.
Oh, the librarian, right?
Yeah, no, the one that
She
the
was-
She's on the
graveyard
council.
woman.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
she's on the council. She was the one who it was in charge of the island of Kellum, where she was a funeral director, basically.
That's right.
Yeah, and we were huge assholes to her.
You
She
were
started it.
big assholes to
She
her.
started
Yeah.
making fun of Gax.
It's
Oh,
true.
That's right.
What are you doing here? Sitting?
Yeah,
That was
like
hilarious.
6 out of 7 of them were cool with us, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
For the
so.
most part, yeah. There
Okay,
there
that's-
wasn't, and you guys also are very friendly with Arilex.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
No,
I still got a
but she was
token
like
or
a
something
legit
from
person.
her.
I feel like Bree still got an open invitation.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure
to be
we all
fair,
have
it's
it.
Or
Arilex
to,
back.
to be fair, we all kind of had one.
and I've still got my token with her picture on it.
The
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fuck it. Let's go back there. Now I want to go hang out with
Anywho,
Yeah, Norn really liked the brothel.
anywho,
I'm just gonna share with
So-
you guys what I shared with Q just now.
yeah. So you guys, so okay, is it safe to say, and I'm asking this as Q, not as Ashek here, that you guys are in favor of moving forward with a
He really is.
with basically you guys are going to bring the idea of a widespread peace talk amongst the leaders of the continent, including Asheks.
Yes.
Or I suppose specifically with
Say
Asheks.
yes.
Okay. In exchange for what? Are you guys just doing this because you want peace? Are you gonna ask for her help in procuring
Ceasefire to
No.
start.
If she's gonna get us the Evermouth, then
Yeah.
She has expressed that she wants to assist you with that. Yes, that's something. Not that
Yeah.
she wants to, but that she's willing to. I
Yeah.
guess.
Why don't we? We're not going to tell her yet, but we'll leave it as a favor to be claimed later.
Also,
That-
I'm gonna throw a question out there, guys. Backup plan if this goes poorly.
When?
What if just like Israel,
What?
like Tieflingville? We just give them their own fucking city.
We discussed that.
how
We
is
just- yeah.
that helpful?
I did not have headphones on.
I am.
You were around for that, I thought.
I am not in favor of this.
Okay, thank you.
We were talking about Moradin or whatever it is.
Moriand.
Yeah.
Was not there for that.
What?
Doesn't matter. Keep
Anyway.
going.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little Tiefling Bill.
But yes,
Yeah.
the only thing that I would request is for myself that I don't get shit canned for essentially betraying you.
I'm having this conversation, aren't I?
That's fair. I'm just wary of things coming back to bite me in the ass.
Mm.
Or in the tail, as it were.
Mm.
Looks to
I
the
appreciate
dog.
that. He doesn't bite tails. He's been well trained there.
And do you know anything about hay?
Well, what?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Let's
Eggs.
not.
I know a little bit. Why?
Well, let's just say hypothetically that we knew someone, and the
Seems
hag
like the
reached her
worst
hand into her
possible time
head
to bring
and
this
messed
up.
up his eye.
You
What
know
do you
that
know about that?
I know somebody who might be able to help with that, right? We don't.
Yeah, but that wasn't that horrible, horrible fate.
You missed this because you weren't there, Angie.
No, I know. It's just Nyx
Bree
sitting
is
here-
super opposed to the idea of the Feywild. She is
That's
terrified of it.
fine.
Yeah, okay, just making
Nyx
sure you're
is
aware.
on the complete opposite end of that spectrum.
Against that.
But Nyx is she's sitting here like, okay, so no offense to you, Ashex, but like, what exactly do you think Ashex can do about motions to all of Zarn?
I feel attacked.
For the second time today.
My God, Nat 20. Oh.
Feels crit.
I don't know. I don't know
In the
what
middle of
months
this
do.
month, right? Yeah.
Nope. No.
Look, I'm just saying, if it comes down to it, we Feywild and just go from there.
All right. So here are the terms.
Someone's firstborn.
Here are the terms of our agreement. Then. I will instruct my forces to remain in a holding pattern where they are. No further aggression, but they will hold the territory they currently hold, whatever it is. We will continue to act as peacemakers, effectively, in Moriand, as we do own that city now, effectively. We are in control. But in Corellendil and Dragonix, we will hold territory, not cede any territory, but don't move on other territory either. We will act only to defend. While I wait.
Okay, so we're going to North Jordanville because it's in the.
I will give you 1
circle
month
west.
to schedule this meeting.
Sounds fair.
it is your responsibility to have political leaders, the highest political leaders, from Corellando, Dragonix, and Ravenhold in attendance. I,
What,
the
the
king,
echo or
I will
double sitting
attend,
around?
as well as
Both.
I will
Oh, okay. You probably
have
didn't
the
see it
kings of
all.
Moriand and the high officer of One the Radel there, as they are currently my prisoners. If that
Can we
changes,
put,
I will
like-
inform you.
We put like an asterisk on Ravenhold.
Why?
Because, I mean, I brought him up, but I mean, you didn't really seem to care. I mean, like, I'll talk to him, and we'll see if he wants to be involved, but, like,
Very well. I
you
won't.
didn't
Very well.
intentionally want him to be a part of
Ravenhold
it.
off the list. Dragonix and Corellando are your responsibilities, and Ravenhold if it works out.
I mean, we can hold on. I use sending to Garrick. Hey, jackass, Corellandale, 1 month, be there. All right, Ravenhold's in.
It takes a couple seconds and you get a response. Hey, jackass, what the fuck?
Someone is getting a promotion.
I don't answer.
Shock.
All right, Ravenhold's in. Let's do this.
I'm gonna incite that.
Garrett, Carter will too.
What do I roll given that Zarn probably
Deception.
he probably thinks he's actually in though.
roll just a charisma check. Then.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Wrong button. Charisma check.
Nah, what? Nah, what? Aw.
What's
Oh.
your
Believe you.
persuasion?
Well, actually, it's
Are you proficient in either persuasion or deception?
persuasion, yes, but also I'm still at disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, we both believe
Just-
him then.
Just
No,
giving
No,
him
you
this
don't.
look.
No, you
There's
don't.
a disadvantage.
Look, I'm gonna throw it out there. I can write Garrick a letter if we really want to like back this up.
We could just
I-
go there, like we're like practically there, aren't we?
I took care of
that's
it. What's
true. I
happening?
mean,
Yeah. We're like probably like what? Like here? We're like probably here. We could literally just go whoop.
I like the idea of going on the straight route though. Let's go straight across the mountains.
Walk up the mountains and over them.
Yeah.
If you're
Or
planning on going to
teleport to the
Ravenhold-
boat, then teleport back to here, then teleport to Ravenhold.
If you're planning on going to Ravenhold first and you want to walk there, take the East Tunnel.
You have a tunnel?
Yes, the same way you got in.
Oh.
Just a different one that leads up the east side of the mountain.
Quick side note.
Yes.
A while back, we were like fighting a guy who might have been working for some cultists, and he like teleported to here to tunnels that looked kind of vaguely similar to this. Do you have people teleport in here occasionally? Is that like a thing?
Only us. Was he a tiefling?
No.
Norin, remember how I told you about the teleportation circles that they
Yes.
use to move people? Where do you think those people come from?
Well, would a mommy tiefling and a daddy tiefling?
Cut. Norin, please.
Darling, I mean long after adolescence.
Oh, I just assumed they fucked.
They are teleported from here to wherever the Doctor I would like to
Oh.
invade. So yes, they do teleport people, but only their
Oh.
own people.
No, that's not actually what I was worried about. Never mind. Just ignore me.
Been trying
Huh.
since day one.
Carter.
Oh, you love me.
So, in return, I will be negotiating for peace instead of continuing the fight as I have been. And this is simpler for everyone, I hope. It's certainly simpler for me and
Yeah.
approaches a faster resolution. I think.
I think this is probably the most complicated result we could have ended up. If I'm
Well-
How
being
is this
entirely honest.
complicated aside from a fight?
I don't think killing me would have been simple in the long run. for what
Oh, I
it's worth.
don't.
Oh
doubt
no,
that
in the
for a
long run,
second.
no, absolutely not. But in the
Or
short
in
term,
the-
this is by far the most complicated thing.
I mean, let me put it this way: had you killed me, had you come in here, sword swinging, and managed to take me out, which
Would have
had
been a
you
feat in
managed it,
itself.
yes, had you managed
I
it,
appreciate your optimism.
had you managed it, you then leave this rebellion, which, as you are also concerned about bloodshed, without the unifying, inspiring leader, the one with the plan and with the ideals.
That's kind of
I
true.
mean, we do know somebody who knows.
We
this
have
stuff.
Norin.
Oh,
And also
fuck
don't-
off.
Yeah, that's probably best we don't
He's
do that.
pretty inspiring.
But these people are going to hate him.
That is. Why would they hate me?
Dropping the disguise. Yeah, they're totally gonna follow him.
Why
Why
not?
would they hate me? What have I done?
No, I'm staring at Bree.
I'm like, why not?
Well, I mean, I'm not a tiefling, but
Walks over, points at her horns, points at his bald fucking head.
Clearly, she means they'll follow me.
they hate bald people. That explains everything.
Oh my sweet fucking gods above and below. Anyway, the plan is get you on the boat with all the other leaders. We will do this. Should we take off? We can
Yeah,
go
let's
now.
go.
Let's,
We should
let's get the
probably
fuck
go
out
before
because
any-
We still need to figure out how I'm getting on the boat.
You
we
can come with us.
can.
Can we sail up this river, or is that too shallow?
No, that's much too shallow.
But
What if
We're
I
gonna put you on a raft with your
return-
friend Tom Sawyer.
What if I return to you and we travel together to the boat? That way you have an escort.
That's actually not terrible.
it could work.
We moved it to one of the. At the very least, we would just have to get to Moriand.
And if need be, I can have an escape route for you.
Very well. This is acceptable. I'll await your return.
For what it's worth, would it be possible for you to meet her at like the giant cave system? Because that could save like a half a day.
Nyx will be able to get in here without any issue. She knows where the traps are in that tunnel already, and besides, she won't trigger the thing that you all did because she is smart.
Nyx kind of blushes a little bit.
It bothers me that you're wrong.
Rude.
No, she's not wrong.
Oh,
I didn't
Nora,
say
you
she
think
was
I'm
wrong.
smart?
I said she was rude.
I mean, yes, but we're also bumbling jackasses. So like, both.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the first bit of sense I have ever heard from you in like the last 2 weeks.
Hey man, even a broken clock's right to it.
Either way.
Peace talks. In return, peace talks occur. And in the interest of fairness and doing something for you, as you're now doing work that you would be otherwise, I will do my best to give you all access of some variety to whatever item it is that you need in the museum.
Sounds
What
fair.
is
Can
that
we also
item
get paid?
exactly?
I feel like that's something we shouldn't say out loud.
Why?
Yeah, need to know basis.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of thing.
I
person, they're going to
will
know
have a
what's up.
difficult
Yeah, she
time.
can't help us if she doesn't know what it is.
Yes, exactly.
I take out a piece of paper, and I write down Evermelt, fold it up, hand it to her.
And then I'm ready in action to Sacred Flame it as soon as she.
Sacred Flame does radiant damage, not fire!
Hey, he's let me burn shit with it before.
Okay.
Ah!
It's still flame.
Yeah. It's Sacred Flame.
Look, if you think the divine can't manage to turn a piece of paper into ash,
I know!
I have
It's
issues.
one of my pet peeves.
Anyway,
Get prestidigitated to make it like.
so she
taste
reads
to,
the
like,
sheet of
fucking
paper.
chocolate or something. That's not going to help anybody.
She reads the sheet of paper and gives you a sort of an eyebrow. and holds it out as like seeing about to cast something, and the paper catches and burns up.
Thank you.
I mean, I could have used Firebolt.
I've
Alright.
seen your firebolts.
Good God.
And they're awesome.
They also tend to draw a crowd.
I assume this is important for
Yes.
something.
Yes.
I'm still not
I also
exactly
assume
sure.
that because
I will
it's
fill you
in
in
the
later.
museum.
Don't fill him in. He'll tell everyone.
Carter literally knows why.
I'm not sure like which one
Does he?
Carter
Yes.
was there when it was explained.
Yes.
Sekhiroth explained it.
Yep.
It's in the bag of holding if you need a refresher.
Yeah.
Among the various bullshit I write in there, I actually did write useful information.
No, Nix
no, I do
doesn't
not.
know what it's for at all.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It's something important, but better kept secret.
Better if we don't say it out loud.
Yes.
Often.
Alright. Fair enough. You all have your motivations, I suppose.
We do indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do what I can
Wait, what?
to get you all access to that. I'll think on how I want to approach that best. Alright. We have a deal. And she reaches out a hand. Or shaking.
I shake. And I look down at the dog expectantly.
The dog shakes.
Does it just?
No, it shakes paw. It does.
Wow. Wow.
And
You're
she
welcome.
does. She holds her hand out to each of you in turn, not just Nora.
Shake.
Does anyone not shake?
Me.
Carter does, but side eyes Zarn while doing it.
Mike and I have the same look. Like what?
Fuck. What is everyone's problem with Zorn tonight?
I actually
In Carter's eyes, Zarn's in charge. So the look is more of, I hope this works.
As she approaches you, Bree, and you don't reach out to shake. Problem.
Yeah, I'm still touchy about the whole Clark thing. I don't trust you.
What's the worst case scenario here for you?
No death?
drive to a hospital or something.
Yes, I recognize that that is literally the worst case scenario for you. How is it different than what it would be otherwise without this deal in place?
Deals can still be in place. I just don't want to touch your hand.
I used one of them.
Oh.
If it helps Essex, I mean, it took her like a month to even start trusting me.
Yeah, she still hates the guy that I briefly hired to replace me.
Yeah, he's a jackass.
He is a perfectly fine human being, and you know it.
You never met him.
His voice was kind of annoying.
I dropped it.
Very well.
He is no worse than mine.
I'll shake hands with
I
the
know.
dog.
Justice, shake,
Thank you, Justice.
and dog pads up.
When Nyx shakes Ashik's hand, though, she kind of gives Ashik this look that's kind of like apologetic, but also like not at the same time.
I will point out, she doesn't seem to react to that mix in any which way. Bree and Norn, when you shake the dog's paw, it's warm, like very warm.
It's a fucking hellhound.
That's what
I'm now.
thinking too.
That's
Is
what
it?
I thought the instant I heard about the dog.
I figured it was like a weird pact thing, and she was just a warlock. Is it a hellhound?
Are you running a fever?
I'm gonna have that thought and just like look at the hilt of my sword and just like, is that a hellhound?
Oh Jesus!
In my head, I'm not saying it
Yeah.
out loud.
Remind me,
I want to spend a long period though.
How much did you tell Clark about the artifacts that y'all are looking for? I know that it was mentioned that you needed a thing out of the museum.
Well, as far as Carter goes, during their whole like conversation that night, was essentially like, we have to get something inside of the museum, and I can't remember. I had an excuse as to why I didn't give all the information.
Okay.
I thought I wrote it down.
I'm trying to remember what you said. I just watched it last night.
Okay. So,
On my YouTube channel.
Oshex, out of curiosity, are you just looking for the object in the museum, or is there anything else that you need? I've been a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things.
Do we?
Gonna look at Zarn.
Yeah, I'm gonna side eye Zard and just like, do we ask about anything else on the list, or like, do we... I'm gonna walk over, cover my mouth, and do we ask about the weird void place, or do we?
All right, come here, guys. I kind of do like a little huddle. I pull everyone to
Right.
all right, listen. So,
Guys, we didn't actually tell Nick any of this yet. She's not gonna have any idea what this conversation
I
is,
was
but
gonna
I
say,
feel
is
fine with
Nick
us
in
including
this
her.
huddle too?
yeah,
Come with us,
come
including her.
here, next.
Get here.
Okay.
So, here's the plan. All right,
So,
we already-
short answer, I hand her the note that has what we need to actually get on it. Out of the
You
bag
burnt
of
it,
holding.
haven't
Handled
So-
who to it?
No, I have a different note in the bag of holding.
Wait, you're giving it to her right now?
While we're in the huddle, so she has some idea what we're talking about.
Why are you giving?
To
God.
Nyx, not.
Oh, to Nyx. Okay. All right, sorry.
Yeah, no, I had it to Nyx.
Okay, so everything on that list
And
is a
you-
way to kill a god.
There's a notes book. Yeah, it's underneath notes book. That's the 4 things that we.
Yeah. So we need to get all those things together to kill a god. Okay. Long story. Tell you about it later. He's a dick. Hate him. So.
Yeah.
Do we trust her enough to tell her? Because she seems like she knows a lot of shit.
We can ask her for like one of the 4 things.
We
What do
already
you
so
think, Carter? You
we've-
thought she was great.
yeah. What? How much does she know about gods and
Clark?
shit?
No, Carter thought
No.
she was really
The
great.
Clark's not in this
No.
huddle.
Go away, Clark.
If Clark's in this huddle, I'm
Clark's
pushing
actually
him out of this
Carter.
huddle.
Not approach.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck off,
Clark's
Clark.
not allowed anywhere near us, or I'll magic missile his ass.
I turn the huddle so my butt's to Clark. All right. So we already told her she knows about one thing. We need 3 more. Do we? Carter, does she know stuff about gods and things?
How did Carter know?
Roll a history check.
Because he knows about ass chicks. Don't fucking yell at me in the huddle, goddammit.
What'd you roll?
18.
Ooh,
18.
Nice.
that's pretty good.
You know that just what you do know about Oshex. She's a traveler. She's been a lot of places. She has a wide body of knowledge. Presumably she knows a lot about just sort of random stuff, just because with her position, she was like with her reputation, she was privy to a lot of that sort of information, just like about weird artifacts and strange information and like terrifying monsters and that sort of thing, right? Like just because those are the sort of that's the kind of information people would have trusted her with back in the day, right? You don't think that like gods are her specialty by any means, but that's because she doesn't really have one other than the varying martial arts taught in the monasteries across the world. Right?
Gotcha. I feel like the whole time we're talking, like she hears like, psst, and like Zarn's head pops up and looks at her, then pops back down in the huddle and they start talking again.
It's like a really bad anime huddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're
Very
gonna ask her-
Pokemon
if we're gonna ask
opening.
her-
So Carter just kind of like, I mean, as far as gods, I doubt it. She
What if
knows
we
a lot
ask
of
her-
different type of martial arts type stuff, but as far as knowing anything like hardcore about religion, I don't think so.
For what it's worth,
Like
What
religious
if we ask her
artifacts.
about
To clarify,
the
you
weird empty
guys.
void?
guys, to clarify, even if someone was super well versed in religion, because you've talked to people well versed in religion about this cult before,
Yeah.
nobody knows this shit. No one knows about these things being connected to this.
Yeah, this
cult.
comes from some kind of weird.
This came from
deep
Sekirot,
god.
literally older than gods.
Also,
Gotcha.
guys, she has already got enough on her plate. Her focus is solely on whatever she needs to get done right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
maybe we just.
but
what
she
if we
could
just add
delegate.
on, like a favor to be asked to onto the
We're
list.
already getting that.
No. What if we had a second one?
Yeah,
onto
like
the-
or another one. Yeah, like more
So
favors.
you guys are
We
asking.
don't even know
hold on.
where to go for these things.
Hold on. You guys are asking her
Huh?
to do something when you can't even guarantee she's going to have the pull.
No, she offered.
to do the first thing.
We're just seeing.
offered
We're just
us the
seeing
first
what she
one.
knows. We're seeing what she knows. Okay.
And like worst case, if we find out that she can't actually do the second thing, then we ask for a sandwich as our.
Could tell her about the pulled board sandwiches that Agamemnos makes.
Okay. I think we should do it. Should we
Look
do it?
over, Nor's actually eating one. Just in the
All right. Hands in if you agree.
sandwich
I don't
in.
know. I don't like her.
I
I
you
don't
don't.
see why she's so great among the people.
No,
She's
no
not
one said you,
nice.
Brie. I know. No one's saying she's great. Everyone loves you, Brie. You're awesome. Just fucking hand in.
I'm fine.
I put the ham with the sandwich in.
Okay, but which one are we gonna ask her about?
Let's try
Not
the.
the cup.
Let's try the.
Leave her,
Void.
leave her,
Let's
leave
go
her.
with the
Yeah,
void.
go with the void. Yeah, void. Yeah, everyone, void,
That's a
void,
weird
That's
void.
void,
like the
void.
Last one to find.
Everyone voting for
Seems like
void.
the hardest one
This
to find.
is your matter. You make
Ask
a
about the
decision.
lever. I vote lever.
My God, Nix, don't you twisty cone on me. Make a decision.
Carter, break this tie. Because Bree's vote clearly counts double here.
Yeah. What do you think?
Lever or void, or do you want to get in on the bowl, which is also an option?
That is true.
I know, but the reason
One
why
second.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
yeah,
bowl
so-
is because bowl's like super clearly connected to the melty thing.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That feels like a we'll find one and then find the other one kind of thing.
Yeah,
that
maybe.
seems to be how the
But like a
universe works.
void. I think the void's the one we gotta go
As-
with.
As you're doing that, Carter just kind of looks at all of you, and then, without saying a word, stands up fully, breaks the huddle, and then looks over to Ashex. I need to speak with Clark. And then looks back at Zarn. You make a decision, let me know what happens. Looks straight at Clark and says, you and I need to talk now.
I hope there's magic missiles involved.
Okay.
God damn it! Now we're at a dead tie.
I make a strength
Somebody
check to
fucking
push
pull
the
up
huddle
Dax.
together to go to negate Carter's absence.
It's not even a strength check. We just would.
Yeah, it's like close the circle.
Okay, so Carter, you walk out to go talk to Clark. We'll get to you two in a second.
Ask about the bowl because you'll need something to put the Evermelt in when you get it.
That's
That's actually a
true.
really good point. That's actually a super good point.
But what? Oh, okay.
No, but it never melts, so it's not like we need the bowl.
Shit, that's also really good.
God, they're all good points. Okay.
But if we just like threw the never melted into the bag of holding, then everything in the bag gets wet.
And we could use
That's not how it works.
It's eternally drifting.
until we got the.
But it's by itself in an astral plane.
It will fucking fill the astral plane.
Stop yelling at me!
Astral plane of water.
I swear, I'm just going with void. Void. Hands in for void.
No,
Yeah, I
lever.
was already in on
Now
two.
you know what?
Nyx is just gonna put her hand in and leave it there no matter what's
Okay.
said because she's like, I don't fucking care. Just
Okay.
do what you need
Nyx,
to do.
void. Norin,
Just
void.
ask for both.
Bree,
And
wait.
then just
Oh
fucking
my God!
never melt.
Lever.
God damn it, Bree.
Fuck it, I'm in on team. I'm in on the lever. Just
Fine, fucking lever. Okay. So what do you know about a
Lever
lever?
Okay,
Lever on
so
three.
you guys break
1,
up.
2, 3, lever.
Lever.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go ask about the lever. We're gonna move over to Carter and Clark now.
That was the greatest interaction we've ever had.
That was a hell of a thing. You guys.
We're at our best
Okay.
when we're bad anime characters.
Okay, so Carter, you stand up and go gesture to Clark, and so the two of you make your way off to sort of the side of the room, basically, I assume, so that it's the two of you relatively private.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize this area.
When they get there, Carter faces the wall, puts his hands on his hips and just... How long have you been working with her?
Yeah.
2.5 years.
So you spent all that time going to find her, found her, and what, just joined the cause because it's her?
Joined the cause because she's right. Because she's doing the right thing.
I'm gonna peek this.
The difficult thing, the hard thing, but the right thing.
And you couldn't have told me that?
No.
So only 8 hostages.
Why?
How exactly? Why exactly would I have told you that? I haven't seen you in 5 years, Carter.
Doors inside her.
He turns around really quick and points like an inch from his face. Because
Yeah,
we're
there's somebody-
blood. We're family.
You're right. We are. That doesn't mean I know
He's going around.
how you'll react to something like that. That's not a small thing, Carter, as evidenced by your reaction, which is fair. Completely.
I'm more angry that you
It's-
didn't tell me. That I found out because you just... I'm reporting back.
Carter, I'm aware of that, and I don't blame you for being upset. I think that's completely reasonable, and it's exactly what I expected, without a doubt. That said, I want you to consider this from my perspective. If you had found me and I had told you, how really do you think you would have responded? And moreover, even if you would have responded in a way that was positive or not turning me back over and telling me that I had lied or etc., how was I supposed to know you would do that? We haven't seen each other or really spoken in nearly 5 years. I don't know your opinions. I don't know how you think about these things, Carter.
Is 5 years really long enough for you to just not know anything about me?
Anything? No. But specifically your opinions on a world-spanning rebellion? I think that's probably a fair thing to be concerned about, Carter.
Yeah, I mean, we were fifth year overall.
Look, I don't blame you for being upset with me. I wasn't expecting to see you. I wasn't expecting to encounter you. And when I did, look, I made a hard decision, Carter. I decided to go with you. I asked to go with you, contrary to my original plans. I came here specifically because I wanted to help avoid bloodshed between you and Oshex. It turned out I wasn't needed. It turns out that you all have found an accord, and I'm grateful for it. But I wanted to be here. It was important for me to be here. Because I don't want you to kill Oshex, and I don't want Oshex to kill you.
The solo and duo mode, so you have 3 or 4 people in your group because you can't play solo or duo.
So what next then? What happens when all of this is over with?
Ideally, the world's a better place.
Does Mom and Dad know you've been doing all this?
No. Do Mom and Dad know you are?
I may have wrote him a letter before I left Linaton.
So effectively, no.
They know I'm off doing things.
Yes, and they know I'm off doing things too.
Look, just
You've taken your share of lives, Carter. You've probably taken more than me.
I mean, yeah.
Don't pretend that you're in the moral right here. You're upset at me, and I appreciate that. You're not better than me for it.
Just you're doing this because you see the wrongs in the world and you want to make them right. Correct?
Yes.
Not that
I believe you.
just
Good.
farm.
I don't again, I don't fully agree with what was been doing, but knowing we're making strides is better. I'm on the side of that. I don't know what to think about all of this. Is there a chair near us?
Yeah, there's several chairs around here.
He just like pulls up a chair and like, you know how like people like turn the chair around and like sit like on the reverse side
They're
of it?
more like stools. There's no like backs to them.
So he pulls up a chair and just sits down. We're in over our heads in this. You do realize that? Like,
I mean,
big time.
I think probably you are. Yes, like I said, have been involved with this for a while. I'm not in over my head,
Depending on
Carter.
the circle, we can.
Maybe it is just me then. I didn't train for this.
Neither did I. Sometimes you learn on the job.
Give you that one.
Trust
Okay,
me,
well, this
I didn't
building
go to the
probably-
monastery or leave the monastery expecting to be a freedom fighter, Carter.
I didn't leave to be part of them. And just like points over to the group. Just kind of happened. Still not fully on board with a lot of things they do, but they've got a good track record at the very least. Anyway,
Looks good.
I don't want to reminisce right now. He stands up and just claps like one hand, like just puts his hands on the side of his face gently, and I'm just glad to see you're alive. For angry, upset as I was, just seeing that you're alive and safe is good in itself.
I'm gonna pick it up just a little.
Same to you, Carter. I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad this has come to the conclusion it has seemed to.
He's got two buttons.
We just have to try to make things work elsewhere. That's gonna be.
Indeed.
I've got two
So at this point, as you guys wrap up your conversation, we'll go back to the rest of you talking to Ashex.
You said you have to do
So you break your huddle.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Lever.
Yes.
What do you know about a lever?
What if we
Just a lever?
Designed to fill a space when unbalanced.
It's more of a ethereal lever.
It's a lever.
I think two of us probably had a long.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
like a divine lever.
There is. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, thank fuck! I'm so happy we didn't have to go.
So, I can't help you procure this, and I don't
You cut out.
I can't help you procure this, and I don't know if it's what you're looking for, but
Any information is good.
Mm-hmm.
Tarlane's inspiration.
Never mind, just jumped.
You may have heard me use that greeting, Carter. Is monastery. Tarlane's inspiration is an object.
Yes, I'm actually writing this down. Tarlane.
Tarlaine.
L-A-I-N-E. Thank you.
Tarlane's inspiration is an object, not just a concept or a statement.
Okay.
Tarlaine was the founding individual of the Monastery of the Dark Moon.
Yeah, I think you guys.
Tarlane's inspiration is the thing
Okay,
that
one of you
inspired
got
the
that
founding
right.
principles of it, that of balance in all things. It is a slab
I trust you to pick this.
of moonstone that always remains balanced. No matter what you put on it, on any side, it always remains balanced.
Ooh, that sounds like it.
That does sound. That sounds like it.
And is that actually at the monastery?
Carter, first off, you aren't here to hear this.
Well, you said Carter, so that's why I thought I was there for it.
Right, because at the beginning, no, like when you guys first walked into this building, and like you showed her the monk bow, she greeted you with Tarlane's inspiration to you.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it happened at the end of the last session. It happened, I promise.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember that.
I do remember that because I thought it was a weird thing to say, but I figured it was just a weird monk thing.
Yeah, me too.
Just monk things.
Yeah. Hashtag just monk things.
So,
Should we ask her about the other stuff too? She seems to know a lot.
Honestly, at this point, I think we might be pushing our luck. We may as well wait till
Okay.
that might be what you're looking for. I obviously don't know for sure, but it's worth.
I whispered to
knowing.
Ashex, Ashex, where would we find it?
Yeah, the monastery, right?
Wait, why am I whispering to you?
Yeah. Why are you whispering? Wait, why am I whispering?
That's a good question. Would it be at the monastery?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Man, if only we had a bowl to put that in that could never be filled. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but then where would we display? We'd have to find some kind of unending void that we play in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, I hope that helps. And I hope this works. I truly do.
Thank you.
So do the rest
It's
of
not
us.
a lot.
I hope it works too.
I will give the commands.
At that
You all
point-
will
at
have
this
free
point,
passage
it's-
out. Exit the same way you came in.
We didn't have a whole lot of problem coming in.
Bree.
What?
Not now. Not now.
I pick up my stool and put it back in the bag of holding. I also pick up, staring straight at Ashex, I reach across the table, grab the teacup I gave her, and drag it back to put it into the bag.
Right up, so
Yeah.
Remember to clean it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I prestidigitate it clean, and then put it away.
I'm glad that we could come to a peaceful resolution.
I don't think any of us
I am glad as well.
Good luck, and may our future work all be towards equality.
Well, that I can agree.
I think we have overstayed our welcome, however. Let's go.
You sure you
Connor
got
walks back to the group hearing that and goes, I agree with her.
nothing else to talk about?
Yeah, fair enough.
We're good.
Bye, Clark.
Nix bows deeply. Sorry, not Nix. Ashek bows deeply.
Wait, I do?
Wrong deeply.
We're good here. Oh, okay.
Oh, y'all look like.
Carter does the same to Asher. And then
Mix will actually, in fact, bow to Ashex.
Norin leans in, shakes her hand, says, "Have a luminous day," and then leaves.
I give her the traditional Pamplos greeting of thunderclap rain, and I walk away.
Bree will say, it was really nice meeting you, Justice.
Oh, I run back in and like scratch Justice behind the ears, and then run back in.
And the 5 of you take your leave. She arranges with the guard the one who brought you basically to escort the 5 of you out.
Okay, let's just get to take that.
Back to the entrance of the tunnel from which you came. Are you guys just gonna go out the tunnel, or do you want to? You know what? Actually, at this point, he escorts you back to the entrance of the tunnel, and we will go ahead and call the session there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess if we go over to Ravenhold, it's a quick thing, but that's also fine.
Y'all can do that. I'm gonna go make some lunch for my husband.
Okay.
Oh, have fun making lunch.
Lunch.
Right. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and call the session. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. That was interesting. I was not sure how that was going to go. But yes.
Tell the truth, did you have like boss fight stats written up?
Oh,
Oh
totally.
yeah, of
course.
course he did.
This is fucking Galitaia, are you
that thing I
serious?
was doing before we started was me realizing I had not built a battle map, so I was real quick to do one together.
Haha, didn't even use it.
Nope.
Typical though.
Yeah. I was like,
But if he
"Ah,
hadn't
shit."
have done it, then
You guys would have decided to fight, and I
Right.
Yeah.
But the anywho though.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and mute you, so I'm last. Brah!